The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And off we go from Seattle. And able to get this out to the 25. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 2 and a throw right away. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. They find some open field here. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Makes the score Dolphins 7, Seahawks nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here's Reek Woolen bringing it out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 27.
51, Mike 51. Hey. Right here, guys. Fight 51, Mike 50.
Throwing now is Geno. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. Down the right sideline. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And going deep for Hill. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Woolen will return it from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, CD, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time out, you think about it, couldn't have been any simple. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Carter, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Running on first down is Mostert, but he can only manage a yard, and that's about it before he's tackled. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 9. Tua sets up to pass it. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyler Kroft, 37 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Sanders on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Dolphins 21, Seahawks 7. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Welker. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Smith. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now Geno on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And Lockett going to pick up a Seahawks 1st down as he'll be brought down at the 37. Now Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. 2nd and 5. To throw is Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Walker. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Smith. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Two yards still to go. 3rd down now. Slot man moves right. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Mike's 55. Check 55. Check 58. Let's go, heavy.
Here's Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Kobe Bryant makes the stop on that one. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 45 yards. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami.
Devon Achane. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Woolen will return it from the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
53. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Sponge. Hey, on turbo.
Now Geno. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
In motion, Hill. Tua going to throw. And going deep for Hill. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Reek Woolen.
And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
The Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Geno now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, You can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He'll buy some time right. This complete to Lockett. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. 49, flip it off, 49. I got you, son. I got you, son. 51's a mark. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. All right.
Throwing again is Smith. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
36.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. To return, Reek Woolen. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, second down.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Smith on first down. They'll roll him out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Ken Walker
with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Seahawks are back within a score.
They'll try and run it here. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Tua now on first down. Open man downfield is Hill. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Tua now on first down.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough...
Down the numbers. There he goes.
Down the left sideline.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert.
40 yards.
And the Dolphins take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Woolen will return it from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Eluding the pressure right. Going deep for Walker. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 41.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Now 2nd and 9.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill. 58 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to add on to that lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Woolen will return it from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us?
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Keon Crossan.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Woolen will return it from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last...
He's got a man, complete.
Down to the 10.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 85 yards.
And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but
down the numbers. There he goes.
Now he's loose at the 40, inside the 20.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert,
75 yards.
And the Dolphins start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Woolen will return it from the end zone.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing on third down, Smith.
As it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba.
And he'll be out right at the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Javon Holland. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. To about the 35, second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Tagovailoa going for it on fourth down. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Smith now to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Now Tua.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time.
Picked off by Jamal Adams.
He's to the 15.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now Myers for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 26. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Tua.
Throw caught by Achane.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Drill 52. Find ATX. Green Jack. Go pink. You must be dreaming.
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads